This is Modern Photo Solutions, helping you find modern solutions for life's photographic journey. Taking you from photo overwhelm to photo fabulous in just a few taps. Your story matters. It's time to start telling it. Hey everyone, welcome to Modern Photo Solutions. I'm Steph Clay and I am here today with Kelli Mullins from lollyjane.com. Hi Kelli.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here today. I am really excited to talk to you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so tell our listeners a little bit about you and what you do on lollyjane.com and your life and what keeps you busy.
So I run a blog, like you said, lollyjane.com with my twin sister, Kristi. And when I'm not blogging, I have a husband and 4 kids and 3 dogs and an acre and a quarter. So we are always busy, always.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That is a lot. That's really good. Alrighty, and what kinds of things can our listeners find on lollyjane.com?
Oh, we call ourselves eclectic. Our passion is painting furniture, but there's only so much furniture you can paint on a weekly basis. So we also cover home decor, seasonal decor. We do craft nights. We sell signs. We love eating yummy recipes, easy recipes because we're moms and we don't like to be in the kitchen any more than we have to be. We'd rather be drinking Diet Coke and using paint. Yeah, crafting. So yeah, you just find all sorts of fun, everyday items. And easy. Our big key is easy.
And lots of printables too.
We do lots of printables. Yes, Kristi does more printables than I do. I do more signs and the design on that aspect. She does layering and Photoshop. I'm not good at Photoshop.
Photoshop has a bit of a learning. For sure.
Yes.
For sure. Tell me a little bit about what your photo system looks like right now. What is your primary camera?
My iPhone, how sad is that? But
it's not sad.
I keep the most current model for that reason. So yes. I always have the best camera. I tried to do the DSLR thing and I never lug it around and I'm so worried about breaking it. There's so much editing that goes into it. So I just take all my pictures and I file them by month. I wish I was more organized and could file it by child, but I just have basically for the past 14 years that I've been married, it's all categorized by the month. And so I'll transport it from my iPhone to my computer and I have a backup so I'm not worried about losing anything.
Right.
So at least it's all categorized.
You're doing great. Yeah. How do you normally get your photos from your phone to your computer?
I just plug it in with my charging cord and just manually drag it over.
And drop it into a folder.
Yep.
How often are you doing that?
I actually try to do it every 6 weeks. I'm pretty good about doing that.
That's good. Okay.
Now,
and then
I'm not good about printing them.
But okay, we're going to change that.
I hope to change that. At least they are in there.
That's really good. And then you have your computer backed up in the cloud, right?
We do, and I also have a separate company that backs it up just in case. I did lose my pictures. My second son, and I don't have the heart to tell him, but we were young, newlyweds, and I don't know what happened because my brother this is what he does for a living. He has a backup company. Something happened. I must have not hit the update and I lost about 8 months worth of pictures. But when your baby's only 12 months old, that's most of their life. Yeah. And so it's heartbreaking because he was such a pretty baby and they're gone. So
sad.
Heartbreaking, I know. And at the time, like scrapbooking was big and I'm like, I'm not scrapbooking. I don't have patience for that. So poor neglected second child.
Oh, and I bet he has the middle child syndrome to go with it.
For sure. He asked me the other day, where are my baby pictures?
Oh, shoot.
So do you want like ice cream? Let's go get ice cream.
Here you are at 9 months. Weren't you so cute?
You're so cute. So sad.
Oh, yeah. I think all of us can relate to that on some level because digital's been our primary photo, taking mechanism since about 2000 for most people.
Yep.
And so that's kind of how it goes. And your Crash Plan is the company that you back up with, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. It's a great company. Really recommend it if people are looking for a solution.
Yeah, we like them.
All right. So I'm going through my list of questions. What about your kids? Do they have access? So they don't have access to it, it sounds like, right? To your photos and stuff?
No, they don't.
Do you have any way of sharing them at all?
We do have, actually, so my older daughter, she's 13, she does have a phone, and we do have a family album. We very rarely share to it, but I did notice my husband set it up on the iPhone. You know how
Oh,
you can
good,
do
yeah.
albums. And then my sisters and I, one of them does not like social media and does not like seeing people looking at her baby. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny. So we actually use a sister one quite often that we upload to frequently.
Oh, cute.
But other than that, no, we really don't do anything, which is really sad because I'm like, I want pictures of my family all over the house, candid shots. I take a lot of candid.
Uh-huh.
I'd never print them. So.
Okay, so we're going to find some solutions for you to get some prints up. Do you have places that, what kind of prints are you looking for? Little smaller ones? Do you want big canvases? What do you think?
No, just smaller. You know, your everyday 4x6, 5x7, 8x10. I have these great dining room shelves. You can find the tutorial on Molly Jane.
Yes, I've seen them. They are great. They're fabulous.
They're huge. Thanks. They're 12 feet long. And so, or 10 feet, something like that. So I have a lot of space to fill up. And the dining room, you know, that we actually do sit down every meal as a family and eat together. So the kids are constantly looking at nothing. You know, it's stuff that doesn't matter when you get down to it. It's cute on Pinterest, but they don't care about cake stands and, you know, the latest trendy decor. So I'd rather fill it up with, you know, cute little pictures of when they're little, because those are the pixtures they like to see.
Yeah. Okay, one of the things that I would recommend for you, for some of your 4x6, 5x7, 8x8, and 8x10s, yeah. If you want to do some of those mixed sizes, one of my favorite places to print is PersnicketyPrints.com. Have you heard of them?
I have heard of that, yeah. They're on Instagram.
Yes. They're based out of Utah, and they are a great printing company. A few years ago, I did a comparison where I took, I think it was 9 different photo print companies, and I did photo books as well, but for just prints, they were different companies, and I uploaded the same prints to be printed with these companies, and I always do it anonymously so that I get the same experience as my
Smart.
readers would get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and listeners. And Persnickety came out on top. They are really good quality, great prices, and it's $5 flat shipping in the US.
Oh, awesome. So they actually print them for you. Okay.
Yes, yeah, and so you can do lots of different sizes, and they have an iPhone app as well. And they also do cute little 4x4s.
Yeah, see, stuff like that would be fun.
Yeah, fun different sizes, and you can upload straight from your iPhone, or you can connect it to, you know, different places to be able to upload photos.
No, you had me at you can upload it onto an app
I know.
from your iPhone.
It's the truth, right?
And there's nothing stopping me. That's amazing. I'm excited.
It's the truth. One of the other things that you might be interested in trying, and this was something that I suggested for Kristi as well, is an app called Timeshell, Timeshel, I believe is what it is. And it is a subscription-based program. And you download it to your phone, and then they will remind you. So you can upload 30 photos, and it's kind of meant to be like a capsule, a time capsule of your photos. And so every month you upload 30 photos, and you can do it, you know, throughout the month, or they will remind you. You'll get an email notification, and I think I got a push notification too that reminded me that it was almost time for my subscription, you know, for my photos to come, and I needed to fill up my time capsule. And so then you get 30 photos, and they come shipped in this cute little case that slides apart, and then you can take them. They're a little bit smaller than a 4x6, and they have a white border around them, really good quality. And then you can take them and display them all around your house.
Yeah,
and then when you're done, you can rotate them out, since it's a subscription, and you'll get new ones every month.
Okay, that is brilliant.
I know, it's a really great idea of an app, isn't it?
It really is, yes.
Yeah, and it's really good quality too. A lot of times the photo companies that have really great ideas don't have really great quality. But this one is a great idea and it has great quality. And it's $14.99 a month, and then you get 30 photos.
Okay, that is worth it.
I totally agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a good deal. Really good deal. Okay, and then I have another idea that came to me. As you said, that right now all of your photos are sorted by month, but you would like to have them sorted by child as well.
Yes.
So I want to get you set up with Google Photos on your phone.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It is my favorite, one of my favorite tools. So we'll get it set up on your phone, and it will back up all of your photos from your phone. And then once they're backed up into the cloud in Google Photos, you can set it up so that it will delete the photos off your phone and clear up that space if that's what you want it to do.
Oh, okay.
But one of the amazing things about Google Photos that you will love is that once your photos are uploaded, it has facial recognition. And so in the app, both in the app and then online as well, you can click on one of your kids' faces and then search on a specific date, or you could even click on that child's face and put birthday, and it's smart enough.
Okay, that's amazing.
I know.
And scary.
I know.
But amazing.
I know, yes. Yeah, Google is, it's free to upload up to a certain resolution, up to 16 megapixel photos, which iPhone photos are 8 megapixels max right now. The new iPhone is just about to be announced, so I don't know if that's going to change with the new iPhone. But right now, it's perfect because you can upload all of your photos from iPhone and have it be free. But they do use your information to analyze it and make those, searching tools better. Yeah. But I'm totally fine with that because I'm going to use those tools. And I trust Google. I do. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that would be super great. I think a super great solution for you.
Yeah, I agree. I am note-taking. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. What other kinds of solutions, when you look at perfect solutions for you and your family and your life and how you would like to be able to share photos, kind of where are your struggles and what would you like to have?
Well, my husband's from a different state, so it would be nice to share online with his parents. I don't get on Facebook. Some people are huge Facebook junkies. I do Instagram, but I don't like to actually, scroll Instagram, and I like to upload to it and leave. And so it'd be nice if I could upload to like a family site or something, and then they could see the pictures from there. Because there are a lot of things that, I do want to keep private for our family and not share everything.
Okay, in Google Photos, you can set up albums that you can share with people.
That's right.
And so they can access it through their web browser or through an app as well. They don't need to have an account in order to view it if you share it with them.
Oh, okay.
So if they don't have a Gmail account or whatever, if you share it with them, they'll still be able to view it.
Okay, that would be perfect.
Yeah. And then you can also, in Google Photos, you can add notes to the photos. So if you wanted to be able to tell them a little bit about what was going on, you could do that as well.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Little captions.
Yes. And those actually, once you add those stay with the photo. And so if anyone were to download it, that information stays in the metadata of the file and goes with it wherever it goes.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Really good stuff. What about videos?
I do try to take a couple of videos a week. My parents were really good. Yeah, well, and when I say videos, I mean like 30 seconds. Some of them I'll just turn my phone on and just kind of follow the kids around. And by the time they realize I'm following them, then they start acting like dorks. But my parents did that a lot growing up, and so we'd even be fist fighting, and they're still recording, not saying a word. And so I never knew if it was my mom or my dad. My dad, I think, was a little bit better about pictures, even though my mom is better about them now. But they would just it just takes you back in time. I'm like, I remember that. And maybe I remember it from the video, so I think that I remember that. But it was just fun because you could see, okay, this is really how 9 kids acted in one house, live,
Yes.
all the craziness. So I try to take a couple a week, and of course they just, sit in the folder of the month.
Right.
But it'd be nice. Their kids like, we want to watch home movies. I'm like, I don't even have one homemade movie ever in the past 14 years of having kids because I don't know how to do that. So we just don't do anything.
Yeah. So you can watch them easily on your computer. And once are you taking these with your phone, I'm guessing?
Yeah, this isn't the same.
No, it's not. It's not. It's because, the saying, they say that the best camera is the one that you have with you.
Oh, well, see? I didn't know that.
Yes. So it really is. It's not a bad thing. And phone cameras are so powerful. I stopped using my DSLR a few years ago. I don't use my DSLR at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And I had worked pretty hard to learn my DSLR and learn how to make it work, but I'm happier with my phone photos.
Yep, that's true. Convenient. You can't beat the convenience.
You can't. And the lightweight, and it's just always with you.
Yep.
So it's not a bad thing. But you could share those from Google Photos easily, but what do you think is the best solution for you to be able to share those with your kids? Is it going to be a DVD? Is it going to be a flash drive? What do you think?
At this stage of their life, for sure, just a DVD.
That they can plug in themselves?
Yeah. We don't have computers for our kids. I have the only laptop in the house. Their schools give them iPads now, so that we don't really need a family computer at this point. Probably when they hit high school, we will. So for right now, they don't really have access to, USBs and all that.
Okay, but if they have iPads, you could do a shared photo album with them.
Yeah, that's true.
With the videos.
Yeah, they would like that.
That would probably be the fastest and easiest way, I think, for them to be able to view them. But it is fun to be able to sit down all together as a family and watch those.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still do that with our extended family at my mom's house. It's so fun. I can't believe you did that to me. Hooligans, I swear.
So fun. So fun. How often do you think you guys pull out the old family movies with your family of origin?
Probably not super often. 2 to 3 times a year. Usually the grandkids are the ones. We get together with my parents every Sunday. Mm-hmm. And so it's usually whoever can make it will come. So there's always at least 2 or 3 families there. And it's usually the older, like the teenagers. They're like, hey, let's watch a family movie. I want to see what you look like at my age. And my sister actually went through for her Christmas gift one year and sorted them in chronological order. So we do have all of them. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
So that's why it's nice, because all the work is done. My parents, had it sitting there, but then probably like 4 or 5 years ago when it started to get popular, turn your VHS into a DVD. She just paid for that service and did that.
That's so good. And do you know if those are backed up anywhere?
Oh, good question. I hope so, right? Because
I know.
DVDs get scratched with kids.
They do.
So that's a good point.
They do. If they aren't, I would suggest someone plugging them in the DVD player on your laptop or computer and uploading them to Google Photos or Dropbox. Any of those would be a great place to store those. Google Photos does have a limit on the size for videos as well. I believe it's 1080p though, and I'm betting that those videos aren't any higher resolution than that.
They're from the 80s.
Yeah, and then the DVDs probably weren't. If it was a few years ago, they might not be.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you probably would be fine uploading those to just the free version of Google Photos as well. And even if you ended up having to pay for storage, it's fairly cheap. Google Photos, Google Drive, and Google Photos, the storage is fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, and it would be worth it too.
I totally agree. Yeah, because those can't be replaced. That's what a cherishable heirloom.
Yeah, it's really fun. We love it.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing that your parents have done for you guys.
I'm impressed because I'm like, I can barely keep it, a handle on it with 4 kids, and they've got 9.
Yeah,
But they had that camcorder. They took it everywhere with them.
You remember that camcorder being
Oh yeah,
everywhere?
it's like the size of a boombox.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Do you have pictures of them with the camcorder at all?
Probably. They were really good about taking pictures. We have, holy cow, dozens and dozens of photos.
That's so good.
Yeah, we should go look it up. I bet we
Yeah, it would be fun to see if that was part of the story somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so rotating out some photos and bigger and smaller, different sizes. We've got that. We've got you backing up online. What we talked a little bit when we went out to lunch about possibly doing some photo books and maybe
Yes.
Project Live. Tell me what you're thinking and feeling on that. Is that something that you want to explore?
Yeah, so back when I kept my private blog alive before my public blog took over, I was really good about doing Blurb. Do you remember Blurb?
Yes.
So we did Blurb.
Blurb's still around.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
See, it was like old school at the time. And I think I had like 2 years worth is all.
Great.
I'm like, oh, I wish I would have kept up with it. And then you kind of get lazy about it. My intent is to get my blog current again, but it's probably 4 years old. I mean, it would be a lot of work. But I would like to have those pictures. I don't know if Kristi told you, but my mom does that every year with all the grandkids.
Yeah, share that with our listeners. She didn't go into very much detail about it, so share it.
My goodness, it is insane. So 9 kids, all 9 of us are married, and there are 39 grandkids in between all of us. And she takes this huge book, and it's probably, I don't know, 40 or 50 pages. Well, more than that. It's 80 pages. And she'll have the first page is a table of contents. So she lays out exactly what's going on in the book. And then she'll start with Christmas pictures because she stops doing it in the end of November. And so she'll stop at Thanksgiving. So then she'll have Christmas from the year before. And then she has a poem to her kids. And then she starts with Grandpa. And it's a whole page. And she just makes this big collage. I don't know what program she uses. But she basically does a background page. And it's an actual picture of them. So she's always harping on us. Get your horizontal background pages in. And we have to be standing like a certain, few feet away from the camera because she wants that background. And it can't be like on the ocean where it's flat. It has to be where it has a lot of nooks and crannies. Because then she takes the time and say it's a picture of my dad and one of the grandkids kissing him on the face. She'll take the time and crop around around the grandkids' silhouette and my dad's silhouette, and then she'll tuck it behind like a tree.
Oh, wow.
So it's like this really detailed, ornate collage. And then that's just my dad. Then she'll have her. Then she'll have my oldest brother and then his wife and then their 6 kids and so on through all the kids. And then she'll do a cousin's page, a girl page, a boy page, just all the random pictures people collect, a holiday page, a sports page. And so she puts, oh my goodness, 200 hours into it every year.
Wow.
So already it's September, and she just told me yesterday I was at her house, and she said, if you do not have at least 40 pictures to me by the end of this week, you're not going in the book. I am not fighting with people. I'm trying to get the pictures. And so I wonder if we could do a solution where people just sent it to her digitally, because she collects. So I send her, for 6 people, probably 120 pictures at least, just for my family, if not more.
Wow.
And she's sifting through every picture, trying to find the one that will fit. If it doesn't fit on like the Riley page, my daughter, she'll put it on the cousin page or the girl page, or
Wow.
So it's a lot of work, and we do appreciate it. But everyone's just so busy, and we use an excuse, and then we just don't prioritize it. But we do love, on Christmas morning, everyone will open the book at the same time, and it's super exciting. And so with having so many kids, that's the one thing that she can give, which is more of a gift from the heart versus buying a bunch of cheap junk that,
Yeah.
people won't use. So she really loves to do it, but then she's frustrated that she has to nag people to do it.
To get the photos, yeah.
Which I get, but I'm not great about getting them to her on time either.
Yeah. So when we get you set up with Google Photos, you can actually go in and sort. Like I said, you could click on your child's face and then go by months.
Yes.
Do a search, and then you can share an album with her that way.
That would-
Add all of those photos to an album and then share it with her.
That would be great. And then she will say that I'm her favorite child, which I already knew. That I can prove it because I'll get my pictures done first. We all race to see who gets our pictures turned in first.
I did hear that.
Yep, because then she'll do incentives. I'll give you a gas card, or I'll give you a Circle K card, whatever the person likes. She's so funny.
Yeah, it sounds like a good deal to me. I'd be hustling to get my photos in too.
You would win, Stephanie. Every year you would win. And we'd all say, we got to beat Stephanie.
I wish I had a mom that did that for me.
Seriously. It is a priceless gift. And so we need to be better. I wonder if she has it backed up. She started, worked out well for me. The first year was 2003. And my daughter was born in 2003. So it worked out really well. So all of my kids have had their baby pictures in there.
Oh, wow.
And she will take pictures on her own camera. So it's neat to see pictures I didn't even know of my own kids.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder, because by now she laminates them and then she binds them with a spiral bound. So some of them are, falling apart from all the weeks of taking them to church during quiet time.
Right.
So that's something we should have her back up. I'm sure she does, but, it's been like 13 years now.
That's a lot of... Is she doing these in Photoshop or is she doing it paper scissors?
Yeah, it's paper scissors. I don't know what her program is, but it's not Photoshop. I mean, I bet Photoshop would be easier for her, but
I don't know.
Knowing her, it's a program she bought at Costco.com or something. She is
okay, so she is using a program, but it's not...
It's not Photoshop, but
okay.
she is... Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something easy enough for a 70-year-old woman to figure out.
There are a few of those. And Photoshop is easy. I know some 70-year-old women that are masters of Photoshop too, but... It does have a learning curve, and there are a lot of people that don't want to take that on.
That would be me.
Yeah.
That's what Kristi's for.
Yeah, so I hope that your mom has them. And if they aren't or they've been lost, it would be easy enough to scan them. And
yeah, that's true. How does scanning work with lamination? Should be fine, right? Some of them are like, bubbling. And, yep.
Yeah.
So I told her, I'm like, Mom, there's got to be an easier way for you to do this, because she not only scans them she gets them printed, and then she'll bring them home and she individually laminates them. Like, she'll put them back to back the pictures, and then she laminates. And think about doing that. Okay, maybe one time, one book, 80 pages, times 12, because she always does one for each kid, her, and then she'll give one to 2 sets of grandparents, and then she always does a backup. So she's laminating by hand over and over. I'm like, Mom, you got to go digital at some point. Into a bound or a hardcover book. But that's just the way she's always done it, and they're pretty flimsy because when you have so many pictures, and they're such a weird size, it's like longer than 11 by 14. It's a really funky. Like 16 by 10. It's a really weird size. I don't know why she settled on that size. So
that's interesting. Really interesting. Yeah, there are some photo book companies that print in funny sizes, 2 different sizes. And AdoramaPix, that's the book that I showed you and Kristi when we met for lunch. AdoramaPix, and they do the lay flat, and they have the thicker pages, and I would think that it would actually work out to be less expensive for her.
I would think so too. Will you spell that for me?
Adorama, AdoramaPix.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, they are the ones, when I did my print comparison review of photo books, they're the ones that came out on top, and I really truly love them. Their books are such high quality, and especially for the price that you're paying, it's unbelievable. And they've added a lot of new thicknesses too of their pages. Awesome. And so the weight that you guys saw, that's actually one of their lightest weights.
Oh, okay.
Of
That'd
pages. Yeah, for photo books. And it's heavy as it is.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
It's like a lightweight. I mean, it's like a cardstock.
Well, and that would save her time because she would just have them print it all.
Yep. She could just upload all of her layouts. It'd just be making sure that they can do the size that she's been doing. But
well, and she could change her size too.
Yeah, if she knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's true. I better tell her now because she's
working.
She's already ragging on me for it.
She's hard to work already on the album. What a great mom. I mean, really,
Amazing.
you guys are fortunate to have parents that were so good about keeping memories up for you. And look how much you guys love them. And they're not doing anything super fancy or super expensive, but you love them.
Do you remember those old albums that the picture would stick to it and then you
Yes.
fold over the plastic?
Magnetic albums.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, they're very fancy with their dark floral covers and burgundies and maroon. So those are the photo books that we have.
Yeah.
And she separated them by child, which is pretty good.
That is really good.
And then when we got married, she handed each kid their first year, baby's first memories, and it's the whole first year she documented.
Wow. For all 9 kids.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And it's just those little books, had a lot of little cartoons in it. But she took the time and she filled all of it out. Isn't that impressive?
That is.
Dang, Mom.
That's hard to live up to.
I know, and I'm like, oh, I should be so embarrassed that she did such a good job, and I'm a slacker.
Well, we're going to change it.
Yes.
We're going to change it. So books are something you're interested in.
Yes. I like paper copies versus digital for sure.
Okay, are you more interested in taking like having 4x6 photos and putting them in an album, or would you photo book, kind of?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, because it would be nice for someone to just do it for you and order the book.
Yes.
But then it would be nice to, I don't know. What do you think?
We can experiment with both. Do you want to do that?
Yes, because otherwise I'm trying to think, like, if the kids would hand me a picture, it's not likely that they would, but they could say, hey, will you print this and add it to the existing photo book, like the magnetic books?
Yes, you can do that really easily. There are ways to get just about everything into a digital format that you can use if you were going to try and use the Project Life app. And
yes, I've heard about this app.
Yeah.
You are a big fan.
I am a big fan. It is true.
You do it on vacations.
It's true, very true. I do it a lot. I do it anytime I feel like I'm just sitting and wasting my time. I will open up the Project Life app and do something in it because it's productive.
For sure.
So I
awesome.
do a lot in Project Life. So if that was something you want to experiment with, Scannable is an app that I told Kristi about as well, that is by Evernote. And with your phone, you can scan documents, pictures, anything, and it'll convert it into, you can choose between a JPEG and a PDF. And then you can either upload it to Evernote or just save it to your photos on your phone.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Or both. So if there was something, a paper or, a piece of artwork or something that your kids had that you wanted to save, you could do that.
Artwork. That is something that, is it just me or every parent struggle with that? Like, oh, I hate to throw it away. They work so hard.
Yes, I have. I think every parent that has a school-age child has a stash somewhere.
Oh, I do. Okay, it's the shoebox, the Tupperware shoebox.
Yes.
I'm talking like probably 4 feet long.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's even for winter wear, and it's probably...
boot box or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's huge. It's probably about 6 feet long by 8 inches deep with a big Tupperware lid.
Uh-huh.
And it's completely full where you can't even close it, of all my kids' elementary artwork.
Yeah.
And that's not... I haven't even added anything to it for probably a year because the rest of it's in a big pile in the corner of my kitchen.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I'm like, oh, I can't throw it away. My 13-year-old, who now is turning into a woman, has her little tiny baby pictures,
Yes.
her first drawings. I'm like, I can't throw them away.
Yes. Yeah, so that is something that you could do and make it a project book. You could separate it by kids if you wanted to.
Yes, that would be perfect.
And then go through and scan all of their artwork with the Scannable app and then print it into a photo book because that takes up so much less space.
Yes, and then they won't care. Because my mom and dad, they were really good. They handed us the baby book and then also one big office box folder of random stuff, funny notes we had written, kind of the memorable things like report cards.
I love your parents.
I know, they're so good, but as an adult, I'm like, I don't even want this.
Yeah. I hear ya. I do.
Right? Like, I feel so bad. I'm like, it was so nice of them to do it, but because I have one and then my husband has 3 boxes from his mom of random stuff like mission stuff
Yeah.
and his Letterman jacket and all these things and
Wow.
yearbooks. I'm like, it's not like you're going to display those somewhere prominent. So, it's neat to have, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I guess if I pulled this stuff out and showed my kids, they'd probably think it's pretty funny. So
Yeah, they do tend to get a kick out of that kind of stuff.
Or, just the way that you talk.
Yes.
So, but I think that, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that that's a good solution for that. And then you could even go through and do it for your husband and your stuff. Because I have I have all of my report cards from...
I know, and it's like...
I don't necessarily want to get rid of them, but...
Right. So it's like one of those things, what do you do with it?
But if I had it in a book, that would be awesome.
Right, and then you don't feel as bad. Because then it sits on the shelf versus taking up a huge part of your closet.
Yeah, and my kids could pull it out and look at it, where right now they can't.
Right. And then I can prove to my kids, I always had a 3.4 average, so you have no excuse. I was a B student. You have no excuse. Then they're going to hate my mom. Why did you give this to her?
Yes, I was a very average student.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we made it.
We did, and look at us now. We turned out okay.
We're fine. We're podcasting.
Yes, look at us go. Tech savvy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so I think we should play with the Project Life app and try some other physical solutions, maybe physical Project Life, maybe something else, and see what you like best. Because that's the only way we're going to know what's going to work for you, is for you to try it out.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah, and I actually have some physical stuff that I'd be more than happy to donate to the cause, because I went a little cray-cray when it first came out. And I used the app, so it's just kind of sitting around.
Oh, that is funny. That's too funny.
Yeah, so and then you can try it, see what you think about it and what's going to work into your life and be manageable and something that you can keep up with and enjoy at the same time.
Yes, something that's not like, oh, I have to do that. A burden, yeah.
Yeah, you want it to be easy, and you want it, and we've done that in our family. We've experimented with physical and with the app, and the interesting thing is that my kids all like the physical version the best. And except for my youngest one is kind of moving towards the app a little bit more now. But I like the app the best. So not typically how you would think it would work out.
Right. Well, I think the kids like to sit down and look.
Yeah. They like, I think, the tactile part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking through the photos and remembering things and then putting them all in the pockets. They really enjoy it. We did a staycation one time over spring break where we stayed home and acted like we were out of town.
Oh,
and
okay.
So we had, dinner, takeout, stuff like that, but we just worked on Project Life. And I had printed out a whole bunch of pictures and bought supplies for all of my kids, for everybody to work on their own album. Just to see how it went, see if they liked it, see what was going to work for them. And we learned a lot. They learned a lot about themselves, but my oldest daughter got a lot done. I don't even remember how much it is now, but I think it was 2 full albums. And those are big albums that she filled up with. She doesn't do it the way that I would do it, but I had to let go of that.
Yeah, she made it work for her.
Yes, and that's what it's all about.
That is such a fun idea.
Yeah. It's, just letting them, because it's important to me that they have a way to document their lives as well, not just mom doing it for them. And I know that it's just trial and error. I believe that there is a method for everybody of memory keeping and documenting that will make them happy and that they will find satisfaction and get joy from. It's just figuring out what works.
Right.
For you.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah. So that future down the road, it might be something you want to do.
Yeah, that would be really fun. And my kids would love to do that too.
Yeah.
They would love to do their own books. Then I think they've given up on me.
It takes the pressure off, right?
Like, I'll do my own book.
I'll just take care of it myself, Mom.
Yes. Poor things.
Yeah. All right. Are there any other kinds of solutions that you can think of that are problems that you have with your photos?
No. I think it's just a matter of getting them in the home.
Okay. You want them out where people can see them.
Yeah, I really do. You know, when you're watching TV and you see they walk into somebody's house and they have all their photos out.
Yeah.
Like the candids. That's the look I like. I like, not clutter, because I like it to look nice, but I like stopping and looking around people's houses and seeing. I feel like your house should be a good representation of what you like, not just decor, but so for me, I have found items in my house and hand-me-downs from grandparents and things that we've collected on vacations. And so I like for people to stop and look around and go, where's that from? Where's that from? So kind of the same thing. You can have the picture out and go, oh, you guys are at the beach. What year was that? You know?
Yeah.
Conversation starters.
It's the stories that matter to you, it sounds like.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
what's important to you, is the stories and being able to share those.
Yes.
Perfect. I'm excited because I'm excited to see those shelves filled with photographs.
Yeah, that's going to look awesome. And then I
It's
can
going to look awesome.
blog about it too.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much, Kelli, for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited. I'm actually getting excited about pictures. Who would have thought?
Yay! I've been successful if that's the case. Good. So we will follow up with you when this show airs. A week later will be the follow-up where I check in with you and see how things are going and what is working, what isn't working, and what we might need to tweak. Because that will hopefully help some of our listeners figure out what might work for them as well.
Yes. If they're slackers like me, we will find something.
It's the majority of the case for most people. So, yeah. All right. I just want to remind our listeners that they can find you at lollyjane.com. And also, if you go to moderncompendium.com/Google Photos, there is a post there, an article there, and also a guide on how to get Google Photos set up, what I use it for, how I automate my documenting and my photos with Google Photos. So that'll be good. Thank you again. I appreciate it. I'm excited to check in with you in a couple weeks, too.
Me too. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Yay.
Yep. All right. We will see you next time on Modern Photo Solutions.